I'm Tracy Borman and I'm Joint Chief Curator here at Hampton Court.
My name is Brett Dolman. I am Curator of Collections for Historic Royal Palaces. I look after and research the artworks and the historic collections that survive in our royal palaces that we look after, including this one here at Hampton Court.
Hampton Court is most famous for being the home of King Henry VIII.
He takes it over from his right-hand man, Cardinal Thomas Wolsey, transforms it into a pleasure palace, really. He likes to come here to unwind, to hunt, and to have really huge, court occasions in places like this, the Great Hall.
You can still see today that the royal beasts decorate this magnificent bridge. In an age where few people could read or write, they were instantly recognisable as symbols of royalty.
The Royal Tudor Beasts are part of the language of heraldry, principally. This is the language which aristocratic families throughout history have used to illustrate, to advertise their lineage, their history, and their qualities, if you like.
The Seymour Panther is particularly interesting because it has strong links to Henry VIII's grandmother, Margaret Beaufort. She used the panther in her own heraldry. So this was a real honour on Henry's part to give this panther as a symbol of his new wife, Jane Seymour. And I think he was trying to prove a bit of a point because the Seymours, they weren't quite commoners, but they weren't royal either. So Henry was trying to enhance his new wife's status.
The original moat beasts created for Henry VIII and Jane Seymour no longer survive. They were demolished and buried in the moat when the palace was rebuilt for William III in the 1690s. And those beasts, in fact, were also replaced in the 1950s by a new set. So we have this continuous reinvention of quite an old set of characters from the past. And this is really what a curator and an historian does. They take stories from the past, they bring them alive, they make modern connections for our visitors, which make them more interesting. And that in turn inspires people to look again at the past. So it's a virtuous circle, perhaps, a bit like the coins.
I spend a lot of time in my job here at Hampton Court talking about things that happened 500 years ago. But actually what's wonderful about working with the Royal Mint is, yes, we're honouring that past, but we're also making a bit of new history as well. I think the new coins are just magnificent, and it feels like we're honouring the Tudor history of the palace, but also making a little bit of history as well.